Okay, so we went from almost no news to oh my god, all the news this week. Kinda makes sense if you think about it. It's now basically summer, so what better time to hype up new stuff? Every week I make a video detailing any video game news that interests me because although Nico and I play a lot of games, he has a tendency to be pretty oblivious to news about them, while I'm pretty obsessed with it. So here's everything I think Nico should know about in game news the week of June 5th, 2022. Typically, I list things in chronological order, but I'm just too excited for that this week. After patiently waiting since who knows when, we finally have a gameplay trailer and release window for Square Enix's upcoming game, Final Fantasy XVI. Producer Naoki Yoshida introduced this new trailer during the latest Sony PlayStation State of Play, which streamed to audiences worldwide on Thursday, June 2nd. The trailer is full of things we've come to expect from modern Final Fantasy games. Action, politics, drama, intrigue. You play as Clive Rossfield, presumably the dominant of Ifrit, if the little bit of mysterious dialogue at the end of the trailer is to be believed. Dominants are humans with the ability to channel the power of the icons, which we've come to know as summons in most Final Fantasy games. It looks like we'll be going between on-the-ground combat reminiscent of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and titanic battles between the icons via the dominants. The blog has more information about the dominants, their role in the story, and other cool stuff. I highly recommend watching the trailer and reading the blog post, both linked below. And since I'm already talking about the Sony PlayStation State of Play event, I'll cover a couple of other things from there as well. A remake of Resident Evil 4 is in the works and will be released on March 24th, 2023. According to a PlayStation blog post from Capcom, it is a reimagining of the storyline of the original game while keeping the essence of its direction and modernizing it. Resident Evil 4 was originally released on the Nintendo GameCube in 2005, but I never played it, so I look forward to checking this out when it releases next year on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Cyberpunk puzzle platformer, try saying that 10 times fast, Stray, developed by Blue 12 Studio and published by Annapurna Interactive, has a new trailer and a release date. As a cat person, I have been anxiously awaiting this game, and I am pleased to report that we will be able to explore this post-apocalyptic world as an adorable feline starting next month on July 19th. As soon as the State of Play event ended, I got an email from Steam letting me know that this game was available for pre-purchase, so I'll probably snap it up. Such a pretty kitty. There was a bunch of other stuff announced during the State of Play presentation which I don't have time to cover here, so I recommend you check out the whole thing at the link in the description below. Okay, now on to all the other news from this past week. Jeff Keighley tweeted a picture of the names of 30 partner companies that will be participating in this year's Summer Game Fest, which kicked off this past Thursday with PlayStation's State of Play. The next event is on June 9th, and the description on the website says that it's a live cross-industry showcase of announcements and games hosted by Jeff Keighley. It starts at 8 a.m. Hawaii time, so I'll be up. Barely. I really enjoy the hype of new video games. Even stuff that I don't want to play gets me excited, so I look forward to watching this. It will be available to watch for free on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. We finally have a look at Sonic Frontiers gameplay. IGN first released a teaser trailer and 2 more videos showcasing Sonic Frontiers open-world exploration puzzles and combat. It's weird that these 2 things were showcased separately. How do they work together? Although there's a lot of very traditionally Sonic stuff like rings and those bouncy button things to propel you onto tracks, these videos gave me some serious Phantasy Star Online vibes. The new one, not the original. Makes sense really, it's Sega after all. My initial impression was that the world felt awfully empty though, but maybe this demo is intentionally so. The music, while nice, also didn't help, so melancholy. But the game looks pretty and I look forward to learning more about it. The game currently has a release window of later this year on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC. We have a release date and a new trailer for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They will be releasing on the Nintendo Switch on November 18th, which means I have 5.5 months to decide who my starter will be. I'm having a hell of a time deciding between Sprigatito because cat, and Quaxley because Chibi Donald Duck. And now I have to choose my professor because they're tied to the version? Help! Anyway, the trailer shows off open world and 4-player co-op, although it doesn't really show how you play with your friends. I'm sure we'll get more info as the release date gets closer. Check out the full trailer in the link below. Universal Studios Hollywood tweeted that they're planning to open the new Super Nintendo World in early 2023. They also released a sneak peek of their ride, Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. It reminds me of a more high-tech version of the Toy Story ride at Disney where you have to blast Emperor Zurg and his minions. I love theme parks, so this looks like fun. And finally, in a tweet and blog post, BioWare has announced the official name of the next installment in the Dragon Age series, Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Personally, I'm really excited about this. I absolutely loved Solus's role in Inquisition, and I remember being incredibly moved and heartbroken by his betrayal. I wanted to chase after him so badly. Complex characters, especially ones that straddle the line of good guy and bad guy, are my favorites in books, television shows, movies, video games. It's a great reminder to me that we are all complex and have our own motivations that may be good to some but bad to others. That's what makes stories like these so interesting. BioWare confirmed that Dragon Age Dreadwolf isn't releasing this year, so it's going to be a while, but I'm happy to wait. And that's it for game news this week. Phew, believe me, it could have been much more. Next week should be pretty exciting too, since we're going to have the Summer Game Fest this Thursday. I can't wait. So join me next week for more news and adventure. Until then, play lots of games and have an awesome week.